Alamo Area Mutual Housing Association is a nonprofit housing developer. We don't only look at the housing itself, we really look at the people and the families who live within our housing developments. So, for example, you come to Alamo and you're looking for the housing, well then what you're going to find is that we've now opened doors to all kinds of services that you didn't even know you and your family might be eligible for. Every family that Alamo is able to support makes the overall community better.
"15 years ago, I served in the United States Army. I was a dental assistant in a field unit. I didn't leave the military. I wanted to stay very much, but I was hurt. And I wasn't combat ready, is what I was told. I wasn't combat ready, so I got an honorable medical discharge. I came back to Texas, and I was single for about 2 years, 2.5, 3 years, and then I met Clifton's dad. We were married for 5 years, and then recently we separated. I had a job, but it was a substitute status, so it wasn't guaranteed work. I had nothing really. It was summertime. I didn't have childcare. I didn't have a place to stay. I was literally out on the street and everything was in storage. There's a whole bunch of thoughts that go through your head. Did I make the right choice? Should I have stayed and endured, what happened in the marriage? Is this going to be like the best move for myself, for my husband, and specifically for the children? One day just hit me, I didn't have my husband. And then the children are eating very minimal and I'm not eating anything, and I thought, wow, this isn't the life. They deserve so much more. When I moved in, I was relieved, but then there was the issue of food, and school is starting, and how am I going to get back on my feet, and I need to find a job. Alamo helped me with getting my finances straightened. Miss Emma connected me to resources like the food bank, the med clinic, and some contacts for childcare as well. Mr. Anthony helped me with my resume, and I was able to secure a position at the Camelot Elementary. I'm stable, and my children are well, and we're healthy, and I just feel accomplished. I feel good. I feel really good.
I'm Leticia Gonzalez, and I live at the Thompson Place Apartments. I have Aaliyah. She's 11 years old, and she was born with what's called Larsen syndrome, and that's bilateral dislocation of the hips, the elbows, and the wrists, and she also has club feet. It was a struggle making ends meet, but then with Aaliyah having her disability, it was even harder for me to work. The caseworker asked me that if I knew that my daughter was a drug addict. It was shocking, the news that they gave me. I was in disbelief, but then yet I felt like I had to be there for my grandkids. They were being neglected. She was leaving them, with different people. They were telling me that they would be outside by themselves. And I felt that if anything happened to the kids, I would feel guilty. So I took them in. It was very hard. But I said I couldn't do this. I couldn't abandon them like their mom. A lot of times the resources they give me are very helpful. So I'm glad for them. If it wasn't for them, I don't know where I'd be. When do you ever find somebody who's willing to stick up for you and help you out when you're in a bind? My little one, who started school this year, was needed backpacks, and of course children in this district wear uniforms. So that was a big help because uniforms are expensive, and it's not uniform for one, it's uniform for three. The kids love it here. They love coming to the Learning Center. nice playground that they can go and have fun. They just love being here. I feel safe. I feel comfortable. I feel like this is my home, you know, and I don't see myself anywhere else.
Homelessness has been a way of life for me all of my life. The streets were my home the majority of my life, since age 13. My mom sent me out to find my own way because I refused to live the lifestyle that she was trying to force upon me. I had nowhere. There was nowhere for me. No one wanted me unless it was for their personal use. And I refused to continue to be used, so wherever I could, whatever space or place I could lay down at night, I would. And so every day of my life, I would say, this is the day. This is the day I'm not gonna be here anymore. God is gonna take me out of here. I'm gonna die watch. I don't know how it's gonna be. And I started looking forward to, and as horrible as that sounds, it gave me something to look forward to, because I thought that anything was better than that. In my 20s, early 20s, I would stay in one place for like 2 years, and then it got difficult, people didn't want me, I'd move. And that became my way of life. And I went into the Alamo apartment, and I said, oh my God. I walked in there, it was so beautiful. I said, this is it. This is my home. This is where I want to live. I want to live here. I was on AV honor roll the entire time, and I'm a sophomore now. They nominated me, and I am now on the board of directors with Alamo. Yes. It makes me feel like I'm a part of something wonderful. They support a positive, productive way of living for you. And they stand by you to the end. They never give up on you. They believe in you. And I've never had that before in my life. I'm worthy. I am worthy. And they gave me my self-worth.
Alamo really cares about what it does and the people who live here.
Alamo is housing.
It's housing
Alamo is housing with a heart.
With a heart.
with a heart.